Call me master, real wet. Stripping like a pasta. They get nervous when it's sneaky on the roster. Flow still stiff. Snitches when the snitches in your camp. They're gonna have to send the best fighter for the champ. When I come out of the sneak, bitches start coming out the sweet. Bitches start
What?
that.
Welcome to Sterling Wheel.
Welcome to Sterling Wheel. Let me know if my audio is acceptable. We're using Rode microphones. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Let me know if I got audio. No more commenting until you tell me what the audio is. Let's see here. It's hard to read comments. I got a new phone mount, and it's mounted to a steering wheel. The official Gary Bates is in the house saying thumbs up poop emoji. If you don't see the thumbs up poop emoji, it's not Gary Bates. It would be his evil twin, Adam Bennett. Rob's neighbor is in the house saying, in the shop today, hope you are well. We are well. We have succeeded in trucking. Sorta. We're trucking. We're off to a rocky start. A lot. But hey, the truck got serviced and I'm in it, and found myself a truck stop that Buck Brown made very famous. So I'm gonna step outside of the truck here and puke, get rid of the Wendy's that I had for breakfast, and have myself a better dinner later tonight. That's the plan, I'll tell you that. Anywho, let me know if the audio is okay. In the shop today, hope you are well. We are well. Thank you, sir. Sick bastard saying hello, everyone. Good seeing here. Hope you're not too stoned. He's too stoned. I can already tell. Let's see here. StreamYard is fighting me because I can't just pull up comments. I have to do here. I'm just going to do it that way. That way I can see comments quicker. The highs and the lows, I'm not going to read them. Tyke Truckin saying, Ape from Great Britannica. The greatest of Britannicas. And Sick Bastard saying, audio is pristine. Pristine, huh? Well, that's pretty cool. I got over my right shoulder, the APU's running. Behind that, the reefer just started. And sitting next to me is my tower fan, because I'm blowing the cold air from the sleeper into the front of the truck. The front of the truck's facing the sun, kind of. We're going to have some thunderstorms here in Nashville. And then I just got half my curtains open, just like behind the camera and stuff, for professional lighting. Audio is pristine. Good. Well, we can handle that. And he even screamed it. He says, audio is pristine. Tyke Truckin is trucking again. Holy Nikes. Tyke Trucking is trucking again. In Wales, loading hanging beef for Ireland. We don't do hanging beef in America anymore. I don't reckon. Just because of how dangerous it is. And we have much higher speed limits in the United States than you do in the UK and Europe. I think you kids are limited to 60 miles an hour, 100 kilometers an hour. Is that true? And out here, you don't want a truck doing 75, 80 mile an hour and taking turns with swinging beef. Swinging beef, hanging beef. Basically, it's half the cow carcass or a pig carcass or what have you. And it's literally hanging off of, a little tether off the roof, off the ceiling of the trailer. So like the carcasses can swing and do their thing. They do that for better refrigeration around the carcasses. But nowadays they just here in the States, you just hack them up and cut them up to where they fit in boxes and they ship it that way. We do the full packaging at the packing plants. And then we spray them with chemicals and all sorts of nasty stuff. But I don't know. Is the food supply better in Europe? It is. There's no question. I could guarantee you it's better. But glad to see you're trucking again, Tyke. That's awesome. Buck's Mama Buck, Sterling Mom, saying, I'm at chemo now. Love you, son. Oh, chemo. This would be Mom's third treatment, I want to say. And if you kids didn't know, she's doing well. All of us, I'm not going to nail it down to specific people, but everybody in the world had a weird weekend. And all we could do is stay in good spirits about it. And I'm very happy to see Mom hanging out with the nurses and watching me on TV. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. I'm on the TV, Mom. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Is the nurse really sexy? Give her my number. Only if she's single, though. And hot. Tolga saying, yay, I'm catching up too. Tolga from the land of Turkey. I'm in the Turkey of the United States. I think Tennessee counts as the Turkey of the United States. If you were to look on a map and compare America to Eurasia, I think Tennessee would be the Turkey of America. Coincidentally, it has the most turkey farms, I think. I don't know. The hair on the back of Buck's neck might have stood up because he'd be like, no, Mississippi. Listen, I don't come here for facts and figures. Stifle yourselves is what I'm trying to say. I'm not going to read the highs and hellos because I'm on StreamYard. Toga saying at Buck's Mama, wish the fastest recovery to you, ma'am. She is doing well. She's doing well. We got some really good news last week, and yeah. Oh, not only that, but I think I saw her a week ago. Oh, time. What is time? What does time? What is it? Like, it could have been last month. It could have been last week. Before I took vacation, I visited Mom, Motobomb, Virginia, and Sick Bastard. Yeah. That was literally right before my vacation. Because I visited Sick Bastard and then drove bobtailed home. The company I'm working for is very peculiar, but they take very good care of me. They get me home when I need to be home, and it's been a little too nice, like scary nice. I get nervous about it. Yeah. Anyway, I saw a bunch of people. There was a chance that I could have seen some people today. I know I was in the neighborhood of Mike Ball this morning. I know I was in the neighborhood of Old Mac. But I wanted to get ahead of myself on this trip, get away from the traffic in Birmingham, which was pretty bad. Birmingham's like, might as well just call it West Atlanta. But yeah, I sat in an hour worth of traffic this morning, and it was tough going. I'm kind of glad to get stopped early. I don't have to wake up till 0400, I think. Yeah, about 0400. And we'll get rolling, get delivered in the morning, get another load, all that good stuff. I don't have to do anything but drive. They just assign me stuff and I do it. It's called assigned dispatch. They take care of me, so I ain't got to worry about it. Good to see Tolga in here. Wishing good health and recovery to Mom. I'm not going to read the highs and the hellos, but I will read Sick Bastard saying, Mama, love you, Ma. Everybody loves Ma. Tyke Trucking's dropping the facts and the figures. If you didn't know, I think I still have the banner for Tyke Trucking. Do you think I still have the banner for Tyke Trucking? Anytime you see Tyke Trucking in here, he's got an official role on the channel. Check out Fact Hunt Tyke. He drops the facts and figures. He'll fact check you, especially if you're wrong. If you're a blasphemer, he will regulate. But today we're talking Church of Wheel Peace. I wanted to talk about peace a little bit. I've got the phone mounted to the steering wheel, so if I lean on the steering wheel, it will jiggle. I like jiggles. I distracted myself with jiggling. It happens. Get over it. But Tyke Trucking's in the house saying 90 kilometer an hour, 56 mile an hour in most of Europe, 60 mile an hour in Britain, 50 miles per hour in Germany. Are you saying that their superior engineering prevents their commercial vehicles from going over 50 miles an hour? That's lame. Terrible, Germany. Your truck should be doing 100 miles per hour. I like Germany, but there's just too much bureaucracy and rules and stuff and things and just meh. Not a fan. I do like their engineering sometimes. Although the last 10 years, they've been at the forefront of throwaway technology. And none of the American companies like Ford thinks they make a better product by copying BMW and Mercedes. And the problem with BMW and Mercedes is they've made their cars so complex in the last 10 years that they're difficult to work on. Now, ever since Sweet and Sour Sniffles, not only are they difficult to work on, but they're difficult to find parts for, which happens to be the largest fear that I have with the new motorcycle, that BMW R18. Proudly made in Berlin. And guess where you have to order parts from if you need parts? Berlin. I don't think BMW stocks a lot of things for it, and the bike is exotic, unfortunately. It's not like a Harley where you could just buy parts at 7-Eleven or Piggly Wiggly. You have to go to the dealer. And there's no sense in opening up a J.C. Whitney catalog or a Finger Hut Yeah, don't go looking for BMW parts for your BMW R18 in a Finger Hut catalog or JCPenney. You might find something in Woolworths or Montgomery Ward's, maybe Circuit City. Listen, kids, we used to go to stores instead of looking at our phones, and between divisive content on the internet, we used to order things that we used to order things now. We actually used to go to a mall, hang out with our friends, go to Tower Records and listen to albums we can't afford. They used to have listening stations where you'd trade head lice with the local population so you could hear the new Nirvana album. Man, that was cool. You kids remember lice? No, you don't, because all of you are well bathed. But yeah, Tyke truck can say 90 kilometer an hour, 56 mile per hour in most of Europe, 60 mile per hour in Britain, 50 mile per hour in Germany. Since you're a super trucker and you got 17 million miles experience, what speed do you drive? Like here in the States, you can usually, depending on what state you're, say you're in California, you can do 63, even though the truck speed limit's 55. But don't drive hazardously. Don't run people off the road. Don't be blatantly over the speed limit. And the cops won't bother you. But yeah, I think here in the States, like most truck drivers get away with about 5 over. But it really depends. Like construction zone, don't speed. Don't even try. School zones, definitely no. But I just wonder if truckers in America have a little bit more liberty at speed limits than you do, trucking along through Europe. I can't imagine. I imagine Europe would be like driving through a major city in the United States, like all the time. Not even a major city. I think Europe is Bakersfield. I think Europe is the Bakersfield of the world. You ever driven through Bakersfield? Like there is a highway. You got 99 and you got the 5. You got the 58. And you can do the speed limit. You do 65 sometimes, but man, the traffic will slow you down. And if you take any of the back roads, you're lucky, even though the speed limit might be 55 in some areas, you're lucky to average 30 with all the stoplights, stop signs, and all that. I'm going to say that Europe is the Bakersfield of the world. I'm dropping facts. Highs and hellos. Buck's mama's saying that the nurse is married. Damn it. What a shame. What a shame. Brown chicken with a brown chicken. Hope you're doing well. Cheap Freight Hauler saying, good afternoon, everyone's. I'm in a really nice place. I'm not going to reveal what the truck stop is because I don't want anyone, manhandling me in my sleep or stealing fuel out of my tanks. Tolga dropping a large comment. For the cars, they increased the limits here up to 110 kilometers an hour, which is 68. That's 68? 65? I think it's 65. I looked that stupid truck. I looked down at the gauge cluster because if you're sitting in a vehicle, you look down at the gauge cluster and it'll have kilometers overlaid or even underlaid the miles per hour. So I was looking down at the gauges and just black screen of death. These new trucks don't have gauges no more. 110 kilometer an hour in the intercity roads and up to 140 kilometer an hour for the autobahns, but it's the same with the other European countries' limits for trucks. Okay. 140 kilometers an hour would be 70 miles an hour, I believe. 70 miles an hour for the autobahns. Autobahn. That's interesting, Tolga. Cheap freight hauler saying, what's a vacation? When you're a company truck driver, you get to take vacations. So enjoy being an owner-operator. Actually, make sure you take vacations, even as an owner-operator. It might cost you a lot of money, but listen, you might not live as long as most other people because you're a truck driver. And do you really want to stare up at the inside of your casket and go, oh my God, I didn't take enough vacation? Yeah, don't wake up dead and think that you didn't take enough vacation. Take vacation. I'm not going to read the highs and the lows. Sick bastard saying good times. My friend, it is very good times. Even though horrible things happened, it's still good times. Like last week. Sick bastard saying I'm stoned to the bejesus. Okay. Make sure you're wearing a diaper. If you're getting that kind of stoned, you might, have problems with continency. I'm not sure if that's a word, but it is now. Buck's mama saying, hello, everyone. Mama loves y'all, too. She does. She does. Mama had a crazy weekend. I'm happy that she's here hanging out with me. Toga saying much love to Mama. Sterling Mom. Or Buck's mama. Buck's not in here right now, so I'm her son. Tolga saying Germany is a tax hell anyway. Yeah, I've heard they're very taxy. So is America. You know how funny it is that like everyone's complaining about certain people in America right now? And then other people are complaining about other people? And everybody's picking sides. And the whole time everyone's fighting and squibbling and squabbling. You're still paying too much for taxes. You're still paying too much for medical insurance. And the children are lost. Like everything that's going on right now is just a big, dumb, ugly distraction. That's my biggest concern. Let's talk peace here in a little bit. I'll get through the comments and I'll talk about what I want to talk about because I'm here to talk. Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. Cheap freight hauler. Brown chicken is now cheap freight hauler. BMW and Mercedes cars are mostly junk anyways, always break down, except for the older Mercedes. Except for the older ones. You know the ones I'm talking about. I wish StreamYard was a little easier to... I almost want to flip the phone just so it's easier for me. Brown chicken. Now, Honda's cars are built well. Not anymore. Not anymore. Most of them are built in the United States and they're junk. Listen, quit putting turbos on motors that don't need turbos. And I will accept that your Japanese vehicles are reliable. Everyone's saying hi. We got Motor Bomber Virginia saying howdy all. Good seeing you here. I think I've met you before. Not sure though. Sick bastard saying hi. Brown chicken saying Volkswagen still makes reliable cars too. You're wrong. Where do you get? Are you drunk? Have you seen the new Volkswagens? They're all junk. They rust out. The electrical connectors are junk. Like the new Volkswagens are absolute junk. You got to be drunk, man. Here I am. Thank you for being a member of the channel. Thumbs up. Everyone say hi. Thanks for subscribing. Your opinions mean nothing. No, Volkswagens are junk nowadays, man. The thing is, find yourself. Okay, the answer is RAV4. Best car in the world, RAV4. Non-hybrid. If you want a car that's going to last 500 to 700,000 miles, Toyota Corolla Cross, which is a later generation of a RAV4, but it's still a new car. It's basically the Brazilian, it's the Southern American version of a RAV4. They still make them in Mexico and Brazil and stuff, I think. Or they're building them for that market. The Corolla Cross, by far the most reliable vehicle on the road today. They don't do anything stupid. It's got few electronics. There's no crazy turbos and hybrid systems and all sorts of other junk. Just a simple car. I'm not gonna read the hells and the hellos and the highs and stuff. Brown chicken. I had 8 BMWs. All of them gave me a headache. Yeah, depends on which ones you had. Hell, even in the late 80s and early 90s, the E30s, they were cool cars, but very expensive to work on. But you could at least still find parts. I don't think you can find parts for an E30 anymore. When was the last time you seen a 1989 325 IS in good condition? That's a $40,000 car right now, by the way. Cars today are all junk. They're all throwaway. Everything's an appliance. And appliances are junk too. You can't even go. You can go down right now and buy yourself a Whirlpool. It'll friggin'. You'll need a new one in 3 years. It's like trucking with the truth. 60 mile per hour everywhere. The truck is limited to that. Okay. Yeah, my truck's limited to 66. So 66 and a 35. You know how it goes. Brown chicken. I know you're trying to say BMW. Everyone's saying highs and hellos. Tolga's saying Germans have limitless autobahns, but there are still limits for the trucks. Yeah. They don't have as many autobahns as they used to, though. They're, population growth and stuff. From what I heard, it's not, just because it's an autobahn doesn't mean it's limitless. The fastest I would ever drive on an autobahn is probably about 160, I think. I'm comfortable between 140 and 170, but a good cruising speed is 160. Dun, 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 dun. Cheap freight hauler with a public service announcement. 3 South Carolina troopers have been hit in the last month. Major crackdown going right now, so slow down and move over. It's so disgusting what I see out here on the highways. I get so friggin' angry. Observations from the road where I'll see like a vehicle on the side of the road, right? And I'll try to merge. And then when I merge, there'll be a box truck that'll pass me on the right and hammer down. Or even people and the general public. I'll slow down, I'll move over, and then they still pass me on the right. I had somebody do that this morning, and the person that was changing their flat tire had to jump up on the trailer that they had. It was like a gardener, landscaper, and he had to jump up on the trailer because that car that passed me went out a little bit too far and just right where he was getting the lug nuts loose. It's like, man, people they're so distracted with their driving. Everyone's holding their phone. Everyone's FaceTiming. Everybody's watching Netflix on the other phone while they're FaceTiming. Like, nobody respects. I'm afraid America's turning into China, where there's just no general respect for life. You know what I mean? People are just like, hey, I'm going to drive 75 miles an hour, and I don't care if you're in my way. I'm going to be drinking my Dunkin' Donuts and FaceTiming while watching Netflix on the other phone, you know? But you don't see enough people slowing down and moving over. Leaving Atlanta this morning, I had a bobtail to Birmingham, and driving one of these trucks without a trailer on the back will beat the crap out of you. And you got the transition joints from asphalt to cement bridge to asphalt. I hit one today. I was only doing 55 miles an hour, and the traction control went off on the truck, and the cruise control revved the motor, which tells me the rear tires came off the ground. And I look in the rearview mirror, see if there were sparks, see if I lost a hubcap. Remember when cars used to lose a hubcap? You go around a turn or you hit a bump too hard, a hubcap would go flying off. Remember that back in the 80s, Clint Eastwood or someone would be on a hot police pursuit, chasing cars through the streets of San Francisco or Los Angeles. Every turn, a hubcap would go flying off, and it was like, did that car have like 10 different hubcaps on it? Like, was the passenger like throwing hubcaps out the window every time they turned? You ever notice when cop cars would stop in the Hollywood movies that the siren would always go whoop, whoop? Is it connected to they were column shift, most of them, right? You ever notice that when a cop car stops in a Hollywood movie, it goes whoop, whoop? Or anytime somebody like raises a gun, a pistol, that it sounds like it's got it sounds like this, right? Sounds like, look at me, I'm a Foley artist. If I pulled the gun right now, it would sound like this, right? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, observations from the road. People need to slow down and move over. Give trucks room. Quit being a bunch of entitled pricks. Listen, I get it. Your car payment's $750 a month, and you got to work 12 hours a day. And your wife hates you, and your kids hate you, and the government's corrupt, and all this other, and the lefties. I understand, but can you just stay out of my goddamn way so I can gallivant around the country making my goddamn money? Water break. Observations from the road. Let's get to a few more comments, and then I'll talk about peace a little bit. For I have been struggling with it. Have you been struggling with peace? Put it in the comment section. I'll answer it while I'm reading with my eyes, my face hole. Oh, where is my comment section? Oh, where can it be? Holy old Mac. Hello, fellow speed freaks. Old Mac. Oh, we were thinking about you this morning. We're having our little morning coffee getaway in the morning, and it was a good show, hosted by Motobomb Virginia and Stoned Bastard, and it was a good show. I think Mike Ball dropped in for a little bit. I was lurking with my headphones on because we're not supposed to watch live streams while we drive. It's funny, is it? I'm always in there complaining about everyone coughing because I was like, Jesus Christ, we get it. You're stoners and you're above the age of 30. Could you not cough into the goddamn microphone? Please? Especially when most people listening are listening on headphones. But I mean, I realize everyone's casual and comfortable. And didn't your mama ever tell you to cover your mouth when you cough? Could you do that, please? So that was my interaction with the coffee friggin' break this morning. The morning coffee. And they had a pretty good show this morning. I don't know where I was going with it. Old Mac. We were thinking about Old Mac this morning. Old Mac had, I think he had gender reassignment surgery in his ear. And they I guess they finished. So I think Old Mac either has a penis or a vagina in his ear. And at his age, we don't judge. Listen, if you want a penis in one ear and a vagina in the other ear, I'm not going to stop. I won't even criticize you. I would never even bring it up in a public forum, honestly. If you want to do that, it's totally cool. Just don't force it on me. Don't just say, Sterling, when you come to my house, you're getting a penis in your ear, and you might get a vagina in your ear. Yeah, just don't force it on me. That's all I'm asking. Was that secretly a commentary on today's politics? Yes, it was. Good to see you, Old Mac. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to get to some more comments because I don't know what I'm doing. Cheap Freight Hauler, thank you for reminding me. Slow down, move over. Old Mac. Tolga's drunk. He said, young Mac. Listen, he's got really good wine in Turkey. Tyke Truckin saying one of our drivers got banned from Germany for 6 months and fined £300 for doing 62 miles an hour downhill. I think he said it speed limit in Germany was 50 miles an hour. That's crazy. Joe Little, they got Bakersfield fixed up pretty good now. I haven't been there in a few years. I'll have to make my way to the coast of West, the West Coast, the best coast. No, it's not really the best coast. Oh, I lived a lie for 45 years. Like, look at me. The West Coast is so great. Los Angeles, woohoo. California coast, woohoo. The PNW, woohoo. I was wrong. I live in a much better place now. I'm only 2 hours from the beach. 2 hours. Best 2 hours of my life, I tell you that. Get to some more comments because that's what you kids pay me for. Over here making me rich on the YouTube. Good to hear that, Joe Little. I'll be out in that neck of the woods in November. Let's see here. Tolga, what the hell, man? They wouldn't even bother anyone here for just 2 miles. You mean 2 miles an hour over? I don't know what you're talking about. You're Tolga. I could barely understand you. Mike Ball, good afternoon, Sterling and everyone. See, that's how you come in here. You barge right in with your comments and you say, good afternoon, Sterling and everyone. But no, we got people like Sick Bastard that are like, hi, Motobomb. Hi, Tolga. Hi, Mom. And I'm just sitting here this whole time. He never said hi to me. Check the comments. Actually, he said hello. Tolga saying, welcome in, Mike. Mike Ball. You got to check out his shows in the morning. What is it, 10 a.m. Central? I want to pick my nose, but I'm not going to. You don't pay me enough. Listen, I need a $100 super chat, and I'll pick my nose right here on camera. Mike Ball saying hi to Tolga. I hope you've met Tolga before. He's everywhere. He's omnipresent. If you're seeking Jesus, look no further than Tolga. Cheap Freight Hauler saying, what's the point of living to 90 if you can't enjoy it past 55? Oh. Wow. That's a man. What's the point of living to 90 if you can't enjoy it past 55? Try to enjoy it past 50. I know people in their 70s that are totally happy with their lives, live long, productive lives, enjoy their life. Yeah. Genetically in my family, we all die in our 70s. So, I got 35 years. I got 35 years of good livings. As long as I put $1 a day into savings, I'll die with $72,650. I don't know how many days is 35 years. One of you has math. Find out. If you saved $1 a day for 35 years. Oh, Tolga's jumping on this one. Who do you think will answer that first? Put it in the comments. $1 a day for 35 years. I'm thinking Tolga's going to beat Mike Ball to that answer. Chief Freight Hauler might be third. Sick bastard, you can count him out completely. Completely. Sick bastard saying no finger painting. No, use the bathroom correctly. Mike Ball saying hi to sick bastard. I know I will skip most of the highs and the hellos. Sick bastard is not this comment. That is Sic Semper Tyrannis. What's up, everybody? What's the avatar this week? I don't recognize it. I can't really see it here on the phone anyway. My favorite one is that you use is Sam Bankman-Fried, right? I always call him Sam Bankman-Tyrannus. That one's always my favorite. But we trucking. Trying to avoid the drama of life. I'm going to skip the highs and hellos, except for the really important ones, like old Mac. Give us a little bit of an update, kind sir. Sir, kindly. Kind human. I mean, he's sober enough to jump in here, right? Motobomb saying hi to Chief Freight Hauler. Mike Ball saying it's all political. All. It's all political theater. Everything's political theater. Listen, I had handed over $129,000 to my divorce lawyer. We were walking through I was dressed up. Man, I was looking good. I was dapper. I was looking dapper. We're walking through the courthouse and everyone's waving. Hey, hello, good to see ya. And I was like, damn, do you know everybody here? And he stops me. He puts a hand on my shoulder and he goes, everything is politics. Never forget that. And I was like, whoa. Okay. Only cost me $129,000 for that one. My divorce was expensive because of intellectual rights and some monies. Sick bastard, September 20th, there's races. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to make it, but Buck will. Look at the flyers. The Living Legends is coming back to the North Florida Speedway. The House of Boom in Lake City, Florida. And that happens Saturday. Coming up this Saturday. So round up your kinfolk and come on down to the races. And somebody help Buck, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. I took home time last weekend, so this weekend's kind of I gotta drive. Gotta drive like the wind. But Buck is actively looking for some volunteers since I won't be there. And guess who has all the cameras? Me. So if you can show up, bring GoPros and cameras and stuff like that, and if you don't mind me editing, no, you could edit videos too. Just if you're able to record the race, send it in a drive or something, and I'll try to edit something. Oh, I feel terrible that I can't make it. Life has been a little crazy lately. I don't know if I can get into the full story here because it's just been too crazy. Toga, Germany's tax system is worse than the States, actually. In the States, you can still have lots of legal right not to pay anything even. Yeah, there's all sorts of shenanigans we can do. Mike Ball saying, all right, just got in the car, drive back home. I'll be listening. What'd you have for lunch? You had lunch. I think you had lunch. That kind of maneuver means that you had lunch. Either that or he drove down to the car wash. SST saying, look on the bright side. The grass is always greener over shallow graves. Oh, sick burn. First sick burn of the show. First sick burn, and you learned something. Or like Soundgarden said, the grass is always greener where the dogs are shitting. America's going to do some weird stuff this year. Surveillance state's going to get out of control. I could almost bet on that one. Makes you want to hold your breath for 12 minutes. Motorbomb, wonder if you can project your phone to a larger touchscreen monitor. No. You could do it the opposite way. I could do an HDMI from my phone. Oh no, I've got a Samsung. I could have a big screen TV here somewhere or behind. I'd be able to read the comments that way and control it by the phone. But that's laggy. The Smart Connect or whatever Samsung calls it to a Samsung TV. There's ways around. I could just use my laptop too. But I wanted to use my phone because I've got a pretty cool portable setup right now. And let me know how the audios is. How's the audios? And I'll be checking it later. I usually watch my own replay just because I like quality. And I can't stand people coughing into the mic or I just got sideways boobs. But I like quality. Toga saying welcome in Asia with her sideways boobs. My nose is itchy because I didn't take my allergy meds. I'm addicted to allergy meds now. The one day I don't take allergy meds, I'll start coughing and sneezing. Everyone's saying hi to Asia. Tolga says, I'm going to buy a mini EV car to charge it at the home by my phone. You can't charge your phone in your EV car? Is there some weird law in Tolga land where you can't you can't charge your cell phone in your EV car? Outside the window right now, there's a small parking lot with approximately 30 vehicles. 2 of those vehicles are Teslas. That sounds about right. If you're out on the American highways, 2 out of 30 vehicles are Teslas. That sounds about right. It's funny how many people complain about Teslas and stuff. A lot of people that haven't driven them complain about them. It's a decent car. You just got to keep in mind that it's American. That's an American car, and you should be proud of it. Because the Chinese are kicking our ass in EV cars right now. The Chinese make a much better Tesla than Tesla can make. Because, China's a superpower. Tolga's saying, just kidding, by the way, don't ban me. You can't be banned. Come on now. SST. I've drove 27 weeks this year so far. I think I'm all done if I keep earning all more taxes. Poverty maxing. Poverty maxing. Hashtag poverty maxing. That's too funny. Isn't that crazy in America that we just... I used to hate it when I first made it to middle class and you go do your taxes and the lady at H&R Block is like, so congratulations, you owe nothing. You broke even. But the last customer was a single mom with 17 kids and she got back $25,000. Like, America, telling you. Ain't nothing against single moms. They serve a purpose in strip clubs and stuff. A sick bastard, Joe's hubcaps. Is that how far behind? 1340. I'm only 10 minutes behind in the comments. I was talking about hubcaps falling off of cars. You don't see that anymore. I am pretty far behind in the comments. I was talking about Hollywood and how hubcaps used to fall off all the time. Go around a curve and a hubcap will fall off. You ever have a hubcap fall off your own vehicle? It's been a while. Mike Ball's laughing out loud at my hubcap. I know we were talking about hubcaps in Hollywood. Carrie's in the house saying hi, old Mac. Hope it went well. Old Mac had reassignment surgery in his ears. They reassigned him being partially deaf to having hearing. They call that reassignment surgery, right? Wonder if he took hormones for it first. SST, everyone's going to cough for Sterling in the morning now. Hey, it doesn't hurt me. I can mute it. Go ahead and cough your brains out. I'll just watch something else. I'll be like, nope. And I'll go watch, that girl that lives in the Carolinas that chases the mushrooms around the forest. Found out she had an OnlyFans channel. By the way, I need to end the show real quick and goodbye. She lives in a van, little Sprinter van, and she studies mushrooms. She frolics in the forests of North Carolina. Have I turned this into a Sprinter van chick review? She's got pit hair. Okay. You want to get rich on YouTube? Okay. Practice your girlfriend experience. You know, have dead eyes. Just be like all the time, you know. And Sprinter van, not the fully kitted ones. You know, you can get one that's already set up for camping and stuff, but they're like $250,000. No, get one, and then pretend that like you installed the interior on it. So you got to be a hot chick, girlfriend experience, dead eyes, armpit hair. Got to stay fit, vegan. Have a hobby that supports. No, have a hobby that keeps you busy. What else you got? You can have a dog. You can have a dog or a mountain bike. Instagram, OnlyFans. Start over. Facebook, MySpace, America Online, Netscape. Like, man, it's tough being a hot chick nowadays. You probably have to have Starlink too, since you're living in a van. you know. And then, most hot chicks have addictions to like Etsy and Netflix and all that stuff. Man, I don't want to be a hot chick. I'm sorry. I changed. I changed my mind. Motobomb saying, Semper, we do have a special cough button named Sweet Leaf. Yeah, the beginning of that song. Tyke Truckin's gone to bed. Got to sign out. Bedtime. I'm glad you're back on the road. Glad to hear that you're back on the road, man. Sorry I read your comment super late. You're probably already snoring and or naked. Good seeing you here, Tyke. Mike Ball is saying California is the place to be. California is the pinnacle of civilization. Hear me on this. Okay. They have the fourth largest economy in the world. Agriculture. They have the best bureaucracy in the world. Because they have a base that always votes Democratic. Like, honestly, it's the best mafia you'll ever see in the world. Great weather. Good food. Good food. Although I recently discovered the Mexican food in the Southeast, they use garlic. They use a lot of garlic in Mexico. Have you noticed that? They use a lot of garlic in their dishes, and it's spectacular. It's really good. But anyway, California is the best place in the world. Never criticize California. You want to know why? Because everything that happens in California is going to wind up in your state anyway. So just get over it and just be like, okay, I love California. California is great. Google Gobble, one of us. SST saying, someone needs to take Sterling out riding around the Steinhatchee River. Dude, I've been... Now that I live in the South, and I'm not just like looking out the windshield of a semi-truck, I also have a motorcycle. There's some beautiful, beautiful places. I spent the weekend in Amelia Island and Fernandina Beach. Is that what it's called? Fernandina? And it's just beautiful. I picked a good time of year. The weather was good. I didn't sweat my balls off too much. Saw the Atlantic Ocean, jumped in the Atlantic Ocean for a little bit. And yeah, I've seen some beautiful country. Everyone's very pleasant in the South. There's a lot of, hey, how you doing? And they're actually like, no, they want to have a conversation. Hey, how are you doing? I love the South. It's so great. Mike Ball saying, yep, California is the greatest state in the union. Glad you agree with me. The problem with me being far behind in the comments is I'll just assign whatever meaning to anything you type. So, shit. I agree, Mike Ball. Rob's neighbor saying, I watched a dude just turn 80 smoke everyone at the 300-foot drags in a 6-liter Corvair. If you know, a 6-liter Corvair. LS swap, or like did he stack two Corvair motors on top of each other? A 6-liter Corvair. Holy smokies. Please tell me that was an LS conversion. That's friggin' amazing. I want to know what the motor was. 6-liter. Cheap Freight Hauler says, if I saved $1 a day for 35 years, it would be $12,775. Sorry it took so long. Currently removing the low skirting from my truck. The problem with these KWs, I don't know if I can show you one in the vicinity. I'm not going to show you my own. they got the plastic skirts that are so low to the ground. And, you know, when you go over driveways and stuff like that, it just rips them off. All in the name of aerodynamics. Bobtailing today, I got 13 miles per gallon. Loaded with 42,000 in the trailer, I got 9. I don't care. I don't pay for my fuel. Mike Ball just got home right now. It took me exactly 20 minutes. Is that how far behind in the comments I am? 20 minutes? It's kind of a running yes. Mike Ball saying, I went to my favorite burger spot here locally. I am in the land of Whataburger. I've seen advertisements for Whataburger in Tennessee, just outside of Nashville right now. And weather's a little hot. I should probably idle the truck, but they slapped me on the wrist. They said, no, Sterling, don't idle your truck. You got an APU. It's getting a little toasty in here. Getting a little toasty around the poles. What kind of hamburger did you get? Motorbomb saying, is that a good time? Everything's a good time. Motorbomb, but grrr sounds fabulous along with tacos. I don't remember what I was talking about. That's the problem with not paying attention to your friggin' comment section. This is how a professional friggin' does things. Mike Ball, Motobomb knows how to live. Motobomb knows how to live. Did I skip his comment where he described how he knew how to live? Show me how to live. Do 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 do. Motobomb saying burger. Okay. Razor soup, Mike. You are sharp. Razor soup. Should have known. I'm gonna skip a few comments just so I can get caught up. Mike Ball, we reward degeneracy. Like in the Constitution or something? Or are you just saying like here on the live show? I'm not a degenerate today. I was actually a good boy. I was waiting for a bolt of lightning to hit me. Motobomb, do you age stacks in China? They really grilled him today on your show. Do you age stacks in China? They really grilled him today on your show, Mike. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Motorbomb's typing with his toes again. I give up typing. Yeah, stop typing. Cash Patel was getting reamed by, who was it? Cory Booker and some other dude. Listen, I'm not a fan of Cash Patel. Abolish the ATF and I'll like you. Other than that, you're just another dude playing a dude. Oh, he's just a dude playing a dude, acting like another dude. Is that what the line is? I'm just a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. So yeah, that's Cash Patel. You kids are blowing up the comments. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Interrogation, it sounded more like they never gave the dude any room to respond. That's all they do. That's all they... Listen. People that are good at debate get shot. Welcome to America. Mike Ball, was because he never wanted to ask a question. These politicians are asked a question, but really is a statement. Most questions are a statement. Dr. Phil taught me that one years ago. The hearings are stupid. Mike Ball saying, my only legs page rakes it in. Because he got a detachable leg. That's cheating. Oh, and he's got amputee content. That's right up there with midgets. Damn it, Mike Ball. That dude's rolling in the money. No wonder he smokes so much weed. Just rolling in the green. Oh, only legs. Come on now. Stop the cap. Agreed. Motobomb is verbal / get you're saying a political game. Everything's a political game. You know that. I'm going to skip a few comments just so I can get caught up. I am 15 minutes behind. Adventures of Key Fob has returned to the intranet. He has logged back on. He has found his free AOL floppy disk. And he stuffed it in a computer. And that modem's in the background doing its little squeech and squells and all that little modem talk with his 16.6 baud modem. And he actually wrote that comment last week, and it finally got here. But hey, Sterling and fellow folks and creatures, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Him and his wife are homesteading, quite literally. And I hope you're getting content, because that makes a YouTube channel. Oh, we want to see chickens and dogs, and we want to see homestead content. Are you watching Wrangler Star? Are you pro ho? Oh, I don't know if you kids know pro ho, but that man has the most dramatic arc in YouTube content that was ever created. He started off with just, cool little videos. This is how you fix a chainsaw. And then the sweet and sour sniffles hit, and he's like, okay, this is where you shoot at one of those little Boston Dynamic dogs. This is where the battery pack is. And this is the kind of paint that you use on parking meters to where they can never be used again. This is the type of expanding foam you use in parking meters every time you visit Portland. And, act accordingly. Oh, I love that channel. He's gotten very religious in the last couple of years. Mike Ball's laughing out loud. This is a serious show. I'd appreciate it if you'd laugh more. Laughter is the medicine. I haven't had a good laugh other than talking to my friends. Talking to you guys, talking to Eric, talking to Dean. I haven't had a good laugh in quite a while. I watched Theo Vaughn and Mike Rowe. And Theo Vaughn, I relate to him because of the autism. And he's like, yeah, me and my dad used to go to Civil War reenactments. And then Mike Rowe instantly was like, what side were you rooting for? And Theo Vaughn was just like, he's like, you gotta root for the home team. It's Louisiana. You gotta. If you want to see Mike Rowe turn all shades of red, watch that podcast if you get a chance. It was the most I'd laughed in quite a while. Motobomb Virginia says, need some mattresses, sick bastard. Maybe a dragon loose. Is Sick participating? Did he find himself some counterclockwise tobacco? Did he trip over the laser lettuce? Huh? He got himself some of that wacky tobacco? Is he sucking on a herbal lamp? Huh? By the way, he is not a real stoner. I've been to his house and I didn't see a lava lamp. He calls himself a deadhead and there isn't a lava lamp in his house. Who knew this was going to be a truth channel? Just saying. Somebody buy him a lava lamp. Go to spencers.com and get him a lava lamp. I know they make deadhead lava lamps. Sick bastard, nice. Everyone should have a 6-liter Corvair. I want to know what motor it is. That's an air-cooled car. You're not supposed to put a LS in it. Motobomb saying, I caught one of those free memberships today. Thank you, Sterling. Yeah, I went on Mike Balls and that didn't sound right. Remove that from the record. Tell the court reporter, back that one up. Mike Ball had a live this morning and I gifted some memberships. I can't wait to see what his members only live is going to be on Saturday. Adventures of Key Fob. Can I get a 6-liter in a Chevette? Yes. Listen, firewalls, if you got a big enough hammer where you just cut the firewall out completely, you can put a V8 in anything. One of my favorite channels is Rich Rebuilds. He put an LS motor in a Tesla. I thought that was really cool. I bet the car's completely junk though, but like that car's not going to last 20 years, but it was a good experiment. V8 noises from a Tesla. Rich Rebuilds, check out his channel. Cheap freight hauler. Yep, I broke one of the lower skirts, so I'm taking the other 3 off. Yeah, just take them off. It only cost you like a quarter mile per gallon. Mike Ball saying, Whataburger is okay. I agree. Keep in mind, Mike Ball and I both grew up in the land of In-N-Out. In-N-Out is okay. Much better than McDonald's, Wendy's, and all that other crap. But it's not the best hamburger. I grew up in the high desert of California, and Primo Burger was, well, Primo. I'm a huge Milo's fan. Buck told me about Milo's. I keep seeing their iced tea. I keep seeing their teas in the truck stop. Like, I guess they're really good. I should try it. And wind up with diabetes. Diabetes. Adventures of Key Fob. Used to have a nice Chevette. It would do 50 miles per hour uphill. You live in Georgia, though. You don't really have hills. $50 miles an hour uphill, which means 100 miles an hour downhill. It's hard to run StreamYard from the phone. I want to scream. I want to scream in 5 different languages. Oh, the video that dropped last night, the evening motor vlog. By the way, I'm editing a video right now. I'll upload it later. It's not going to be a long one. Toga sent me a video of him watching my video, but he changed the language to German, and I sound pretty hot in German. So I'm going to start listening to myself in German just so I love myself more, you know? It's important to love yourself. You know, close the curtains first. Don't do it in public, but, you know, lesson of the day, don't love yourself. I got a bacon cheeseburger with onions, tomato pickles, and a side of fries. Oh, Mike Ball is American. That's almost as American as hot dogs. I'll skip the onions, although I have discovered onions here in the South taste a lot different than back on the West Coast. I don't know if it's growth hormones. You know, do they have estrogen? Is there estrogen in your onions, California? I think there's estrogen in the onions in California. Anyway, I've been having onions on hamburgers lately, and it didn't bother me. I had Vidalia onions on something. I had blackened shrimp salad there in Amelia Island, and it had Vidalia onion in it. And it was really good. The food is so much better in the Midwest and in the South. You could definitely taste a difference. Even the fast food's better. Restaurant food, kind of hit or miss sometimes, but there's definitely a difference. Yeah, keep in mind, I lived outside of Reno for a while, and everything that gets to Reno is either 3 days old before it gets there, or it's ridden around in a truck, and Reno's the last stop before it goes back to California. Like everything goes to Vegas first, and then it goes up to Reno, and then from Reno back to California. Like I noticed our expiration dates. I lived in Fallon, Nevada. Our expiration dates were always pretty damn close. Yeah, everything out here tastes so much better. I think I might want a hamburger. Where I'm sitting at right now, it's a really nice truck stop, and it's a private truck stop. It's not, a big chain. And they got a barbecue joint here and stuff. I want to partake in the barbecue. I haven't had barbecue in a while. Sick bastard saying bong hits for everyone. Well, how many are in here? We've got 13 people watching. You need to take 13 bong hits and send me proof. Make a YouTube short of you taking 13 direct hits from your genie lamp. Motorbomb Virginia saying, hate to say it, but I love Five Guys. That's the weirdest sexual position ever. Burgers, that is. Yeah. I actually like their hot dogs. I get their bacon cheese friggin' hot dog. Cajun fries, extra crispy. And that'll cost you $27. Mike Ball saying, I was talking about how a single woman, 8 children, she neglects and gets 25 back in taxes and shit. Yeah, it happens all the time. Listen, we're not here to hate on the women. On the women. Okay? They know not. Just leave them alone. And watch Rollo Tomasi. Adventures of Key Fob. Best fries in Valdosta. Haven't found them. Oh, fuck. I'm allowed to cuss. Sorry, Mom. I'll try not to do it again. Best fries in Valdosta. We have a Culver's. We have a Culver's in Valdosta. Buck is busy right now, or he would chime in. Mom is busy right now, or she would chime in. The best fries in Valdosta that I've discovered so far is at Culver's. But I'm biased because that's the best restaurant in all of America. And I don't even order their fries. I get the cheese curds. So what the hell am I talking about? I used to love the fries from Del Taco, but that's, southwest, west coast. Mike Ball knows what I'm talking about. I really can't answer that, Key Fob, because well, for one, I've been trying to kind of stick to a diet, sort of. I haven't sampled enough fries. Sorry. Way to go, disappointing your best friends, Sterling. Listen, you came to the show for disappointment, and I will not let you down. Chief Freight Hauler saying, Mike, are you talking about the Milo's restaurant? And am I pronouncing it right, or is it Milo's? Is it Milo's or Milo's? Is it Valdosta or Valdosta? And he is. That's where Mike Ball is, right? He's over in Alabama. Cheap, damn straight. Mike's over there saying, "Shit." Roll Tide. Do 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 do. Sick bastard! I getting me hungry. Well, you smoke so much weed. You ain't got some ding dongs around there. You ain't got no ho hos. You got some Triscuits and cheese, huh? You ain't got no Cool Whip. You ain't got no Doritos. You got some ranch Doritos and dip them in Cool Whip. I think that's a thing. Mike Ball is laughing. I'd stop laughing. It's a very serious show. I'm here. There's a very serious topic at hand. Chief Freight Hauler saying, Mike, I seen one of those a few months back. Didn't have time to stop. It is good review, so I'll make it a point to stop next time. I'll have to try it too. Listen, I'm a butterfly that just came out of the cocoon. The cocoon? Butterfly? Butterflies come out of a cocoon, right? Man, I should have stayed in school. Buck's mama saying, tired, going to sleep, love you, son, and everyone. Mom's getting chemo today. Judging by the time of day, she's either still there or she made it home. She's been driving herself back and forth to chemo. She's a strong lady. But this is the time of day that she likes to nap. So have a good sleep, Mama. Shut off all this nonsense, and I'll cuss up a storm. I don't want you hearing me cuss while you're sleeping. Love you, Mama. Adventures of Key Fob. I knew stacking those AOL discs would come in handy one day. I've got a ton of them. I want to make a coffee table out of them. I seen one on eBay sell for like 25 grand. So I want to epoxy a coffee table and put all the AOL discs on the inside of it. That'd be a fun project. Mike Ball saying, "Oh man, if you never had it, you're sincerely missing out. I go there all the time." Mike Ball has Milo's. Does he have Milo's gold card? So he got a Milo's MasterCard. He gets points back on his hamburgers. Mike Ball giving Mama some love. Get your rest, Mama, if you're still watching. Sick bastard saying at Buck's Mama saying night, Ma. Night, Ma. Keep up saying get some rest. Yeah, she likes taking an afternoon nap. She's doing good. Last time I seen her, she was in very, very good spirits. Sick bastard saying, if you get confused, listen to the music play. I need to start playing music, huh? I'm confused. Mike Ball saying laser lettuce. That's what it is. Laser lettuce. Because you get blasted. Sick Bastard has corrected me and says, it's a vase. Sorry. Sorry to disappoint you. Mike Ball says, I scored a win. Truth-seeking on lava lamps. I love lamp. You got to get a lava lamp. You can't smoke weed without a lava lamp. There's rules. Okay? Let's talk about some decorum around here. If you're smoking weed and there isn't a lava lamp in your house, like I'm pretty sure Jesus is writing a complaint letter to the local constable. He's going to drop a dime on you. Jesus will pick up a payphone and he'll drop a dime. I think probably have to drop 50 dimes. What's a payphone cost nowadays? Is there a payphone near here? Seen one last week. I didn't see how much it cost. I wanted to call myself though, but I didn't have any money on me. Massive failure. Yeah, you got to have a lava lamp. Rob's neighbor saying, I just know it's all aluminum, all aluminium from a 9904, the golden era of LS. So that Corvair did have an LS in it. Wow. Good times. Like a young OBD2 LS. That is a happy, happy motor right there. Good times. That's how far behind in the friggin' comments I am. Rob's neighbor, I have an LS and a RAV4. Just need some freaking donations to finish it. Shit. Well, get on a live stream. Get on a live stream and be like, hey. Mike Ball saying, yeah, their tea is everywhere. That's actually what I got as my drink. I wonder if it tastes better at the restaurant than it does out in the public, out in the Gen Pop, as the cool kids say it. Because like A&W root beer tastes a lot better from A&W, right? I'm watching a car hauler back up into a spot, and you got to be real careful when backing up a car hauler because you could very easily run the trailer into your rear drive tires. I don't know if I'll show it. Should I show it? Hold on. There it is. So you see how he's backing up in his trailer? So he can't jackknife that very far, or the tongue of that trailer will pop that rear tire. So honestly, he needs to get out and look because he's about to pop that tire. Steer out of it. Steer out of it, dude. Oh, he's fine. He's fine. It just looks weird from my angle. Do. I just revealed my location. Do. More comment reading. Motobomb Virginia saying, all I need is a new bulb for my lava lamp. I'm too lazy to replace it, apparently. Don't get an LED bulb. It don't work. You want to know how stupid California is? So, I used to go to Pismo Beach a lot. I miss Pismo Beach. Anyway, had a nice hotel room, right? The hotel room had a nice shower in it, right? Even had a sauna. Had a little thing that would just steam the shower. Oh, it was magnificent. And then I tried to use the heat lamp, and they'd replaced it with an LED floodlight. You know where you got the little clicky timer for your heat lamp, and you're like, and turn it past 0, and you get 35 minutes of heat lamp. And I'm looking up at a GE LED floodlight. Lava lamps don't work with an LED. Mike Ball's laughing at Moto. We should laugh at Moto. Replace your bulbs, mans. Sick Bastard saying, just clean the bong. You're welcome. Well, you're welcome? You used the wrong your. That would mean I get to use your bong now. Just clean the bong. You're welcome. That means I need to take your bong from you. Put your bong in a box and call FedEx. Remember, you got to do 13 hits because that's how many people were watching. Moto Bomb, Virginia, saying my grandbabies used to use it for a nightlight. I really need to replace it. Fix your lava lamp. Make a video. When the rain stops, you jump on your motorcycle. You grab that lava lamp like a football. Actually, your bike doesn't have cruise control. You put your lava lamp right there. On a motorcycle, you only really need to use a clutch once to like take off from a start. So set the lava lamp on the gas tank. Get the bike rolling. Grab the lava lamp and then throttle up. And then pull the shifter right as you're letting go of the throttle. And it'll pop right into second gear. Downshifting would be a little hard. But prepare for the rear tire to lock up if you're downshifting without a clutch. And you can't really throttle up for your downshifts. So like ride fifth gear almost to like a crawl and then just start clicking down. And then if you're kill the ignition before you roll to a stop and then set your lava lamp back on the fuel tank. Fire the bike back up, catch the lava lamp, wait for the light to turn green, in gear, let the lava lamp fall into your lap, hold on to it, full throttle, and then, come on, you've been riding motorcycles for years. I don't have to tell you how to do it. Unless you're not a real man, unless you've ridden with a lava lamp. Mike Ball, good seeing here, my dear friends. Moto Bomb saying, "Yep, 40 watt lamp." Am I really that far behind in the comments? It's almost like a habit. Some of you smoke weed. Some of you do illicit drugs. I just get behind in the comments. Tolga said it sounded like a propaganda officer was narrating Sterling's video, but in the 40s. You gotta watch out for the weed. Gotta watch out for the wacky tobacco. Oh, the humanity. Tolga saying hi to Keefob. Keefob is our favorite homesteader. Sick Bastard saying onions are toxic to dogs. I wonder how you found out. Did your dog sneeze and you had to wipe dog crap off the wall 14 feet away? Dogs can sneeze, right? I think a dog can sneeze. I haven't had a dog in over a year. Dogs sneeze. Just make sure your dog doesn't have diarrhea when it sneezes. That's what I try to teach your kids something every day. SST saying, eat some boiled Georgia peanuts as soon as possible, Sterling. Haven't done it yet. Like, you got to take them out of the shell, right? Or do you just eat the whole thing and let nature take its course? How do you do the Georgia peanuts, the boiled peanuts? I've seen boiled peanuts in a can. It's weird. One of y'all need to hook up with me and we go ride on motorcycles to try some boiled peanuts. I've also never had a Georgia peach. For shame. Listen, I already know that I'm going to hell. Thomas Bailey saying, hello there, Sterling. Hope you're doing well, brother. We are doing very well. Just got back from vacation and we're done for the day. I finished early. I don't have to get started until 4 a.m, so I can stay up for a little bit. I'm going to have a nice dinner here in an hour or two. Finish editing a video. The video will be presented to Sterling Wheel, YouTube.com. And you kids get to see a video. It's just a short. I detailed my motorcycle and Buck's motorcycle. Just did a little bit of creative editing and some cool musics. And yeah, be on the lookout. You kids want to see something cool? There's a truck. Sometimes I feel like Sterling is watching me, trying to back my truck up. Sometimes I feel like Sterling is watching me. Because he is. That is a trailer of trailers. He's got trailers for his trailers. He's got trailers on his trailer. Brand new trailers brought to you by Sterling. Sometimes I feel like somebody's watching me. I'm not going to tell you what this truck stop is. You just have to figure it out. And I pressed the wrong button. Let's press a button that's correct. So the cool thing about StreamYard now is that it allows me to... There's a lot of dead space here. But I don't want to show you kids my prolific sex doll collection in the back of the truck here. Let's center ourselves. Let's try for some professionalism. Listen, I got the good microphone on. Let me know how the audio is. Hello. Hello, Clarice. How's your audio? Let me know how the audio is. Actually, you don't have to. It's been friggin' an hour and 38 minutes. Keyfob saying hi to Tolga. Saying hi to Tolga. Saying, why are you running? Thomas Bailey saying, hello, I'm at. Keep in mind, I grew up in Southern California and broken English is my specialty. I can read it. Chief Freight Hauler is trying to screw me up with the YouTube transpolations. The transpolations. Listen. There's this one time I tried pronouncing what Tolga put, and like YouTube put me on a government watch list. Tolga's a goat broker, by the way. He does a lot of business in Pakistan. It's called Goat Dating with Tolga. Cheap freight. There you go, Sterling. Scream in 5 different languages. Oh, okay. So I'm not going to wind up on a government watch list for saying that, reading that. Keefob's asking for a double bong hit. I dared Sick to hold it in for 37 seconds, and he followed through once. He was hurting, you know, but he did it. That's the kind of friend that he is. I'm gonna skip a few comments. Don't be offended that I'm skipping comments. It's hard for me to read comments on friggin' StreamYard on my goddamn phone. Cheap Freight Hauler, Vidalia. It's the Vidalia. Onions are sweet onions. Best to ever. Try some next spring when they get fresh before they get refrigerated. Oh, are you saying that the Vidalia onions that I had probably came from Mexico or Canada? Got me some Canadian onions in my mouth. Got people saying hi to each other. Rob's neighbor. My town of New Glarus, which is popular for its beer, was home to the second Culver's ever. I love Culver's restaurant. Listen, if I ever play the lotto again, if you didn't notice, I lost a lot. I'm going to buy a tour bus, and we're all going to go to Culver's. My treat. And after we're done with that Culver's, I'm setting it on fire because I'll be like a billionaire. Be like, hey, I'm buying this restaurant right now. This is why I'll never be a billionaire, because I come up with some of the most awful things. I'd build a new Culver's. I just want to burn it to the ground for the fun of it. Be like, listen, my hamburger was so good. Instead of ringing the bell of satisfaction, is that Culver's that has that bell for good service? You ring the bell. Let me summon the powers of morbid obesity. What restaurant has the bell for exceptional customer service? Survey says Arby's. See, I knew being morbid obese would serve me one day. Adventures with key fobs. We're going to go to Bucks in a bit. Oh, good. You're picking up a refrigerator. Good times. Give Buck an appropriate hug for me. Sit on my BMW, my big Mexican woman, and take a picture. I wouldn't suggest riding it because that thing is a bitch to ride in the sand. But check it out. You might like it. I want to visit you guys soon. I need to practice camping because I think for the camp out this year, Forgotten Angels camp out in Valrico, Florida is happening in October, towards the end of October. I believe it's the 25th through the 29th. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I need to practice camping. Air mattress in a tent, and I'll be happy. I'll bring my battery back up and a fan. As long as I got air blowing on me, I'm a happy boy. Tolga says, excellent. Everything's excellent. This is the most excellent show I have ever produced. And listen, I've been doing this for like 15 years. Before YouTube, I was doing live shows on MySpace. And I want to show you my biggest fan. Right here. Let's see. It's a tower fan. And this is a little too big to take camping. You know, tower fan, you got your little things, your buttons. It's even got a remote control. I could sit in bed and masturbate vigorously and control the fan. So I can get blown while I'm jacking off. Pretty cool. Sometimes I feel like somebody's watching me. I'm trying. So my professional Rode microphones sit in a charging case all the time. If I remove it, this microphone will activate and you'll hear ambient noise. You'll hear stuff I'm not supposed to broadcast. Mike Ball said, dude, I used to eat Del Taco almost daily. Oh, dude, watch out for the cheap chicken tacos, though. Man, if you want rooster tail diarrhea, eat 4 chicken 69-cent tacos. I remember when those tacos were 49 cents. Dude, if you want to lose weight really quick, you eat 10 of those chicken tacos at Del Taco. And I'm willing to bet if you grabbed your ankles and pushed hard enough, your diarrhea could reach 20 foot up a wall. Guarantee it. Thomas Bailey. Sick bastard. Hey there, bro. Taking a long trip for me and trying to have heart infarction. Heart attack. You can hit the weed as hard as you want. It ain't going to hurt you. Adventures of Key Fob. They pushed Del Taco out of our part of Georgia. Really? Del Taco failed in Georgia? The competition out here, it would make sense. I wouldn't recommend a Del Taco out here. That's a California. That's California, Phoenix, Arizona, maybe as far as New Mexico or Texas. Interesting. If I only had the internet, I would, find out where Del Tacos are. SST saying, I got a cousin that lives on a private airstrip near Valdosta. He's fancy. Give me his number. Is he gay? Related to you, if he would be. Thomas Bailey. Bong rip, I meant. Damn autocorrect. I think when Elon Musk says, hey, we're just going to go ahead and start putting that chip in your head, you'll get 5G anywhere, and autocorrect will always work. But all you need is a brain implant, Neuralink. Everyone will sign up for it. Raise your hand if you would take a Neuralink just so autocorrect would always work. I can see most of you raised your hand. I know it. These glasses allow me to see things. Mike Ball saying, you said Milo's correct the first time, so it's not Milo's. Okay. Serious question. Is Mila Kunis still hot? Eastern European women and European women in general kind of don't age very well. Like they get to their 40s and then it's if you've ever done a dyno on a Mustang 5.0 and with a big fat heavy like lopey cam, they got something on the dyno sheet that's called an elephant, and it just up, over, down. That's how European women are, before the age of 18, you ain't supposed to be looking. And then at 18, it's just a nice plateau of hotness until you get to their 30s or 40s, 4,000 RPM. And then, bam. You ever notice that? Yeah. Mila Kunis is hot. I don't care. But we're watching the expiration date. SST saying he inherited it. Damn it. What's with people inheriting cool stuff? Mike Ball saying, shit. It's true. Everything I say is true. Sick Bastard says, I need to eat out more often. Well, get rid of her and get a new one. Sick bird. You just got to get a new girlfriend, man. You'll be all right. he's gonna. Oh, the next time Sick Bastard sees me, he's gonna punch. He's gonna punch me right in my kisser. Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, it's just I thought the same thing, Keith. I didn't think you liked her enough to do that. Yeah, I didn't think you were on that kind of level, huh? According to my phone, I've been assigned a new load. Watch me take loads on a live stream. Let's see here. Holy shit. All right. In the near future, we are going from Lebanon. I'm going to jump in an airplane. We're going to go from Lebanon to Minnesota. Lebanon, Tennessee to Mankato. Mankato. Okay. Do, 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 do. La, 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 la. Do, 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 do. We're going all the way to Mankato. Okay, so I pick up the next load in Lebanon, Tennessee, tomorrow afternoon, and we go to we're going to a Walmart, and it's a drop. Sweet shebangins. It's got to get there on the 20th. It's 848-mile trip. Nice. Good times. Isn't it cool? I can just sit around and fool around on a live stream, and work is just thrust upon me. Work just grabs me by the hips and just thrust right in there. It's pleasant, actually. I like getting paid for getting thrusted upon. Thomas Bailey saying, Motorbomb, Virginia, Five Guys has good burgers. They have very good burgers. Very good burgers. Mike Ball picked up on what I was thinking. Sick Bastard says, can't stand her. What, is she limp? Does she just lay down all the time? Is she always in missionary position? No standing doggy style for you? Listen, you can stand her. That's why you're sticking with her. Look at me dropping the truth bombs. We're going red pill. Red pill truth bombs with Sterling. We're going entrepreneurs in cars and semi trucks. We're going Oh, I hope some of you get that joke. Dun, 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 dun. Sick Bastard says, roommates. I hope you're not putting the mating in roommates. La 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 la. Adventures of Key Fob. Well, you are talking eating out more. Make up your mind, man. I'm sure his mind gets made up every day. Do 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 do. Sick Bastard, don't get me started. Adventures of Key Fob. That's too funny. Look at that. He's all upset. We hurt Six. He's gonna have to take so many bong hits now. Dun, dun, dun. Thomas Bailey, are you in the cab of a truck? Just wondering. Yes, I am. I'm gainfully employed. Got myself a good job. Everyone thought I was gonna fail. Guess what? Go fuck yourselves. Find a fist and insert. Make a point with your fist. Slobber on it or put on some KY. And find your small intestine. Everyone that doubted me. Do 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 do. Adventures of Key Fob. You brought her up. Not it's. Listen, he dug his own grave on that one. Thomas Bailey says, looks like it. Yeah, I'm in a Sprinter van. Remember? Do 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 do. Sick Bastard saying at Key Fob, but I gotta at least like her to do that. Well, surprise her sometime. Thomas Bailey saying, bless her heart. Now that I'm from the South, I know what that actually means. Sick Bastard says, life is like a helicopter. I have no fucking idea how to operate a helicopter. I actually know how to operate a helicopter. I've built many an RC helicopter, and I could figure out a real one. Listen, I played Grand Theft Auto. I can fly helicopters. SST saying, I need a beaded curtain to smoke weed comfortably. You ever see some of those hippie chicks that put beads in their pubes? Is that the beaded curtain you're talking about? Listen, I've been to Burning Man. I've seen it. It's kind of weird. Ladies, stop putting beads in your gargantuan pubes. Thomas Bailey is laughing. That's sick. We should all laugh at sick. Thomas Bailey, Motorbomb, Virginia. Hey there, brother. Hope you and the family are well. He is doing well. I saw him last week or the week before. I'm seeing him right now. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to pull the live comments down because I am so far behind in the comments. About 24 minutes. Mike Ball, yes, dogs sneeze. Oh, dropping the truth bombs. I thought they sneezed. Cheap Freight Hauler, the best boiled peanuts come from the old guy that's boiling them behind his Ford Explorer on the street corner. I saw that this weekend. I saw that. I saw that in Fargo, Georgia. I saw that in, is it Calhoun, Georgia? I took some of the back roads to get to Amelia. I saw it at Amelia Island. And it was a Ford Explorer every time. I wonder if he was following me. Was that my FBI agent? My FBI agent still sends me Christmas cards. Listen, don't listen to my telephone. If you think I'm wild and crazy on a live stream, could you imagine me on a telephone? Don't. It's terrible. Toga saying trailerception. Oh, it was when I was showing that dude what the trailer's on his trailer. Toga saying audio was all the same, actually, an absolute smart microphone. Let me test the boundaries of that. This is me talking at my normal volume. This is me talking normal volume with a microphone too close to my face and the dead cat on the microphone. This is me talking louder. Much louder into the microphone. That was at 2 hours. I'll double check to see what that sounded like. I have none of the sound things on StreamYard turned on. I realized that was pretty damn close to limp wrist. We got StreamYard. And then the microphone is set to 32-bit, 75 hertz, low pass, negative 12 decibel. StreamYard volume, microphone input volume is 75%. No echo control, no background control. At 2 hours. Hi, my name is Sterling. Welcome to Sterling Wheel. You have made it this far. Give me a like and or subscribe. Consider becoming a member. We have 2 tiers of membership. The first tier membership is the Spankin' Pickle.
The second tier is the Vaj Mahal, my Middle Eastern themed strip club, family friendly.
Listen, these microphones are expensive. I gotta put them to use. I'll skip a few of the comments. They're just Tolga's comments. It don't matter. Thomas Bailey, restaurants are very hard to make a lot of money, I hear. Yeah, the profit margins, plus all the bureaucracy and stuff. That's why I eat mostly off of taco trucks. Thomas Bailey, especially with the food prices. Everything's expensive. Oh, I'm hauling a load of margarine right now. Street value is $225,000. Thomas Bailey, Arby's fish sandwich is okay in a pinch. Arby's makes good chicken sandwiches. They're bacon and Swiss. Ventures of Key Fob is reminding us that Forgotten Angels Campout is the 23rd through the 26th. Makes you wonder if I even have a banner that describes that. Damn you, Sterling. Thought you knew how to do your job around here. Welcome to the Church of Wheel. Today we're talking about peace. I don't think we were talking about peace at all. I got lost in the comments. We got 6 people watching. You watched me accept a load. We talked about prodigious weed usage and lava lamps. We talked about dogs sneezing. What all did we talk about? It doesn't matter what we talked about. Oh, and we're trying out my new audio. Church of Wheel, peace, peace, peace. What can I say about peace? Keep in mind, everything right now is a positioning statement. You are being told what to think, how to think, and why to think. The best remedy is to tune out. Wait for all the facts and the figures. Wait for everybody to show the texts. I'm not a big fan of Candace Owens. I don't particularly appreciate how she treated Steven Crowder. I think she's a weasel. And I didn't like that she showed personal texts that she had with Charlie Kirk. You know, it's gossip. I didn't appreciate that. And Steven Crowder, the way she treated him, they were good friends until they weren't. Dave Smith also went through personal texts with, and maybe that's just what people do nowadays. You know, it's just about the text messages that are in your phone right now. You own them, and maybe I'm guilty of it as well, of holding on to text messages from people that I used to love. I remember when Dad passed away, like we kept his voice on the answering machine for a very long time. We kept his voice on the answering machine for a long time, so we were able to hear Dad for 5 years after he passed away. We didn't have much for videos or anything like that. And I don't know, so maybe today the modern day equivalent of that is keeping the text messages from people that have passed away. So maybe I need to improve my attitude about that, because it seemed a little ooky that Candace Owens was going through the personal text messages that she had with Charlie Kirk. And then so did Dave Smith. And there's a few other people. Tucker Carlson, I think, might have as well. I'm not sure. It's interesting. Maybe I should open up and, you know, bring more people in on the live and we have a discussion about that. But let's just say something horrible happened to me and I went over the golden rainbow. That's what dogs go over. The rainbow. The rainbow freeway. When they pass on the rainbow bridge. Do I want like everyone that I loved or didn't love enough? Do I want them like seeing my text messages, for the rest of my life? I don't know if I do or not. I don't want that being my legacy. I want, well, for one, I want to make sure my daughter's taken care of and she gets to go to culinary school, and that's a big priority. I don't have much for belongings. Who wants my motorcycles when I die? Who wants my Volkswagen? The Volkswagen's going to my daughter. Like, what am I leaving behind? And unfortunately, I've been witness to a lot of people that have passed away, and I've wound up with their stuff. And it was too much. It was just too much. And I don't want to leave anything behind. I don't want people to think of me, look at my stuff, and then connect it to a dumpster. Right? When I pass away. So there you go. Church of Wheel Peace. I just made peace with the idea of what happens when I die. And, is it cool to keep people's text messages after they're out of your life? I think I'm very lost in the comments. And with that being said, I will turn my camera. No, I can't turn my camera. Y'all are screwed. I just have to pick the comments I want to read. Oh yeah, Ventures at Keith Bob. Forgotten Angels Camp Out. I activated the scroll on the bottom there. I'm not too far behind the comments. I'll ask you kids to stop commenting for a little bit so I can get to the end. Thomas Bailey, real camper lays on the earth, no sissy air mattresses. I'm not a real camper. Listen, I'm not fat. This isn't fat. I'm prosperous. And I go to hotel. That lady has a nice ass. You kids want to see it? Too bad. I didn't see any super chats, so I'm not going to turn the camera around with that blonde chick with a nice ass. She is 5'2", 105 pounds. She's wearing 6-inch heels. Isn't that kind of creepy, sit in a semi-truck and stare at women? No. That's what I get paid to do. Sick Bastard sent me an image. Thomas Bailey saying, wow! I agree. She was pretty hot. Chief Freight Hauler, Vidalia onions can only be grown in 20 countries, including Vidalia, Georgia. 13 full counties and parts of 7 other counties. They've harvested in spring. Blah, blah. Thank you for teaching me about the friggin' onions over there. The Vidalia onions from Vidalia, Georgia. They taste better in the spring. Okay. I'll have to try that. It'll be spring here in a couple of weeks. Thomas Bailey, lizard tacos from the food truck. Food trucks are the best. You don't even know. SST saying cow hoof soup. It's the worst thing I've seen sold on a food truck. It tastes good, though. It tastes good. I've tried it. Listen, I've been to food trucks in Fresno, California. So I've had dog, I've had goat, I've had cow hoof, I've had pig brains, I've had pigeon, I've had rattlesnake, I've had possum. All from the same food truck in Fresno, California. I guarantee it. Thomas Bailey, nearest Del Taco is in Durham, North Kakalaki. Okay, we can find a Del Taco out here. I know where that Del Taco is because I've stayed at the truck stop nearby. Thomas Bailey, no Neuralink for me. I'm close to cyborgs. I want to be with the phone. Oh, he's a freedom. He's a freedomer. SST, wood nut, and cider. What the fuck is that? Do 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 do. Montezuma in all matter of ways. Lizard tacos. Mike Ball, just FYI, the feds just dropped the rates by 20.25%, 20.25%. First of three drops we'll see this year. All that does is kick down the can of recession. Recession happens when the rates have stabilized for 18 months, 14 months. So as long as money is moving and fluid, we won't be in an actual hardcore depression. Not an official recession. I'm losing my friggin' mind hole. Adventures Key Fob, Minnesota. Good luck up there. I hear them folks doing cola. Yeah, they got cola up there. I like my sodas. Adventures Key Fob is dropping out, y'all. Take care. Good seeing you here, man. Check out his channel. He's not doing much on it, but he's got a channel. And he invites all the creatures. Thomas Bailey, got to go to the porch. UPS just rang the doorbell like ring-a-ding-a-ding. Going ding-ding, bong-bong. Motorbomb, who do that? Muffin Man, Thomas. Who do that? Who dat? It's a UPS man. Sick bastard saying the Muffin Man at Mulberry Lane. No. Oh, I'm going to have to skip some comments because I am going to piss myself, and I don't do that on live streams because none of you dropped a super chat today. Tolga says it was still the same. That mic is a champion. Really? So, like how soft can I talk? Can I talk really, really soft right now? Can you still hear this? Or do I need to speak up? Good times. Thomas Bailey says, like confirmed. Thank you for liking. But remember, the rules on this channel will be, if I can find it, right here. Do not try this at home. All commentary is fictional, untrustworthy. Desubscribe, unlike, counteract, and disavow. You know the rules. I ain't got to tell you. Meow. La la. Thomas Bailey. Sure, microphones are good. I use Rode. Rode or nothing. Thomas Bailey saying, peace of mind, Iron Maiden. Oh, correct. Thomas Bailey, where the Eagles dare. Exactly. Thomas Bailey saying, Candace getting too thirsty for clicks and likes. She's always been like that. Keep in mind, when she started her little foray into distracted by a blonde chick, she's walking across the parking lot. Blonde chicks in parking lots. She's marching to her Ford Escape. Candace Owens used to be Red Pill Black. Look it up. David Edwards saying,
Hey now, bitches.
good seeing her, David Edwards. David Edwards. I'm running out of juice here. That was a terrible Hitler joke, by the way. Oh, sick bird! Tolga, oi there, David Edwards. David Edwards saying, oi, oi. David Edwards saying, oi, oi. His name is David Edwards, and he's talking about the Rainbow Bridge. Are you saying I'm not allowed on the Rainbow Bridge? Are you saying I will exceed the load capacity of the... Don't call me fat. I'm prosperous. Thomas Bailey says cats too on the Rainbow Bridge. Okay. I'm not sure if cats are allowed into heaven though. It don't feel right. I'm just saying. I don't. Cats are great and everything. I love cats, but oh, you know. Yeah, you realize that Frank Sinatra is not in heaven, right? I mean, it's the same with cats. I'm just saying, Elvis Presley, he's not in heaven. Okay, the cats aren't going to heaven. Oh, David Edwards, stuff is stuff. Memories are forever until you die. That's why I like my YouTube channel, because I can share my memories. I'm going to skip some comments because I want to piss. I want to piss. I want to take a piss. Dun, dun, dun. Thomas Bailey, I'm not a big fan of salmonella food poisoning. Salmonella sounds like a stripper in Atlanta somewhere. Like salmonella, stage 3. Sick bastard puked. Wait, you smoking too much? Are you having lava lamp shame? Thomas Bailey says gas is $2.49 a gallon. I don't even care. I drive a company semi truck. I think it was $3.19 a gallon. I'm not watching numbers. I don't care. Tolga saying, even though better than stagflation, I guess. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. They're going to keep money cheap just to keep the economy bubbling. But is it bubbling or brewing? Is it stagflation? Depends. It really does. David Edwards saying Drury Lane. No. David Edwards says 5 by 10.
Isn't that supposed to be 5 by 5? Is 5 by 10 better or worse? You got 5 by 10 speakers in your Corolla hatchback? Huh? You got 5 by 10s in your Dodge Omni?
I bet you do. I got 5 on it. Tolga saying soft talk was also nice. Wow. So I'm very proud of my microphones that I've owned for too long and haven't been using a lot. I need my fan to blow right on my testes. I keep my testes under this arm. Rod B, well-oiled beef hooked. Is that code for something? Is that code for something? Thomas Bailey saying hyperplasmic bladder is a real condition. Hyperplasmic? Hyperplasmic. What does that mean? You kids are going to make me look at the internet. I don't want to look at the internet today. Tolga saying you can do some ASMR videos too, like that. Awesome.
Hello, I'm Sterling Wheel. I'm going to be your OnlyFans girlfriend today. I'm here to bring you the girlfriend experience. Tell me about your day. Are you sad? It's okay. I'll show you some side boob and make it all right. Because I'm Sterling Wheel, your girlfriend experience.
You can tell I've watched too much internet. Trucking with T-Bone saying, come on. The real rules, there ain't no rules. Good to see you. Trucking with T-Bone. Welcome to Church of Wheel. Peace. I'm about to peace out. Rod B saying, Tolga, my esteemed friend. That's a good word. I like esteemed. Learn something new every day. Tom Thomas Bailey saying hi to Rod B. It's always good to see Rod B representing the Canada land. Buck Brown just sent me a dick pic. That's kind of awkward. You're supposed to send that to somebody else, I hope. I'm gonna skip some comments because I gotta. Oh my god, I'm gonna friggin'. Thomas Bailey says Candace Owens has an ET nose. That's mildly racist, but I approve. Skipping some comments. Wow, yeah, I'm gonna skip a lot of comments. Buck Brown sent me another dick pic. Damn it, Buck. Glad your mom fell asleep. Thomas Bailey, my cat will go to heaven when she is awesome. Heaven, she is awesome. Maine Coon. Maine Coons are great cats. They're kind of like that ragdoll cat, right? You pick them up and they just they get all melty. But cats are all going to hell. I'm sorry to tell you. Rod B, you can tell he's from Australia because he's got the jokes. What's worse, a dead cat on your piano or a rotten pussy on your organ? Either one rotten is bad for your health. Oh, I gotta skip comments because I'm gonna friggin' oofy. I have to skip your comments. I'm sorry. It's Canada land. I'm Aussie. Oh, did I say you were from Canada? Oh well. Come to America and let's fight about it. Listen, Canada is the Australia of America. I get them confused all the time. Okay. Jesus. How much did you guys comment? Okay, Thomas Bailey says, don't pay my comments any mind. I'm drexting. Drexting? Drexting. Drunk texting. Good times. Anyway, I want to thank you kids for stopping by and saying hi. I'm going to press buttons that make things go away. Thank you for joining the Church of Wheel Peace. We tried some new
microphones. Oh, yeah. This is Sterling Wheel. And I want you to calmly disrobe. That's right. I want you to drop trow and slowly lift your shirt. And when you're done lifting your shirt, I want you to make concentric circles around your areolas. That's right. Sterling Wheel, Church of Wheel, peace.
Church of Wheel, peace. I'm gonna press buttons, make things go away. Tolga says OnlyFans content 18 plus. No, 21 plus on my channel. Surprised none of you have found my OnlyFans content. Sick bastard saying so long, everyone. Order yourself a lava lamp. Sick bastard needs a lava lamp. A lava lamp. I'm gonna press a button, makes things go away. Go away. I don't know what I'm doing on my own show because I haven't done it in a while, and I just want to press.
I have seen all that I've seen what Laban's done unto. Oh, isn't that amazing? And my word will not return void, and it will go to that which it was sent. And it will prosper. But life and joy and the nature of God.
Phew.